Okay, real quick video on K5 Blazer front cab support. I haven't seen a video that explains this. On the older Blazers, which have this torque pan on the bottom side of the body here, newer Blazers don't have this, from what I understand, because probably because they have the cab top. This is a full top 74. So got a torque pan in here that sandwiches in between the torque pan and the floor is where your cab support goes. It's also your body mount, which is right here or under here. That's the body mount. Comes up through the floor or through the torque pan up into the floor. The bolt comes up through this hole into this, I'll show you the new one, this captured nut sits there, and this is spot welded to hell and back all over this brace and into your inner rocker and into the torque pan. So this video is to show you the easiest way to get this mess out of here. So you can't see it now, but when you first tear the floor off, there's going to be an extra patch of sheet metal right here. It's spot welded here, here, and then on the top side of the floor brace. So what happens? Best way to start doing this, obviously you got to peel your floor back, and there's going to be spot welds in this brace. You're going to have to sand it off and get to those. Next thing you want to do, come in through this hole down here, and right on this edge right here, there's going to be a couple welds that are welded onto, it welds the torque pan to the lower, or to the front brace right here. Take your grinder, cut those off. Okay, so then there's going to be a couple spot welds along the way here, inside here. Mine were rusted and gone. There's also a bolt that comes up through here into this capture or welded nut. Take that off from the underside. Okay, so then that means this part of the floor brace is free at that point. Take a cutoff wheel and just cut this off. Give it a couple shakes and it comes away. Now you're dealing with the end here, which now that I've mangled it looks like that, but you're dealing with this basically, and you will have cut this off, and now you've got this here. Now this thing is spot welded all over the place. So what I did to start, take a Sawzall or a grinder, cut this corner down, cut that corner down, fold this forward. You can see like I did right here. And then you can start to knock these sideways once you either grind or drill out the two spot welds right here holding it on to the frame. See that? And on this side I ground them. So you can see on the back side of this guy, that right there is the tab that mounts to the frame. Drill those out, grind them out, whatever you need to do. So once you got that detached from the frame here on both sides, this cut, take a hammer, bend it sideways. Then take yourself a pry bar and just get in here with your little 90, click it sideways, and then that gives you enough room to be able to pull the captured nut out of the chassis here. And It's hard for me to do with one hand, but anyway, you can pull that out and then split these open. Underneath this nut will be 4 spot welds, and you will fight these if you don't take this assembly out of here. And you can get this assembly out of here by removing this nut and just rocking it. Mine was rusted enough that I could rock it, and it just fell right out. And I don't even think that that's spot welded. I think it's just captured in there and pinched in there by the front bars. So pull that out. Now you're dealing with this splayed open, and you can drill these out. These are already detached. You just pull this sucker right out. So once again, now that you see this clear like this, and I got, you know, a bunch of cancer and shit to fix here, but anyway, you can see it clearly now. So those are the first welds that you grind off of your cab support. This is where it meets the inner rocker. May or may not have spot welds under here, but once you once you cut this off on that spot I showed you, you can rock it back and forth, break it free pretty easy. Then you get this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. You can barely see those because they weren't very good welds. Then you've got the ability to spread this open, cut that down there, bend these tabs, pull the nut out, get to your 1, 2, 3, 4 spot welds with you can just use a simple drill bit. And then there's a couple spot welds here. And then basically you're just using a little 90 and you just pop it, a little 90 pry bar, pop it sideways, and it all falls out. Then clean it all up, drill yourself some new holes for new spot welds here and here. Probably what I'll do is drill some holes down in here and spot weld it to the torque pan. Use a new bolt or drill a new hole for this. Drill a hole to match, weld in a nut, and you are ready to rock. Hope that helps somebody, because I haven't seen a video of this on YouTube. Just tune in for more later. There's a little bit of work to do. I'll be making a video on this patching too, on the torque pan that I did, and the fender. And this is the work from my previous video on the striker posts. So anyway, a lot more to come. Got floor patches, gonna be doing inner rocker video, kick panel video, and fitting all this stuff in. So stand by.